Everybody, we are live again. Good to be with you all. So first of all, the next stream is going to be on Thursday, which will be the 26th of September. Yeah, we're getting towards the end of September. And let's see. So hi there to Oksana, and hi to Yuri, and hi to Chaya, and I'm sure we'll have some more people in any second now. So let's see. This is about humidity in the air, and it's about mold and the use of dehumidifiers. And it's saying that dehumidifiers are a good way to dry clothes and various other things. Hey Ronan, great to see you. I think it's 940 something, so we're very close. So demand has been bonkers, chestnuts, conkers, cobblers, says Chris Michael, managing director of Meaco, a British dehumidifier brand. We can't keep up with it. Hi Typhoon, lovely to see you. So we've got bonkers for Oksana and bonkers for Julia. Doolally, says Yuri. Hi Patricia, lovely to see you. Hi there to Bogdan and Typhor as well. Yeah. Okay, so if we use this word cobblers, you can say Bogdan says bonkers and Chaya says conkers. Cobblers in English is a phrase which you use to say rubbish. Yeah. Hi Sveta. It's actually a piece of rhyming Cockney slang. So cobblers. A cobbler is a person who repairs shoes, and a cobbler has a tool to make a hole, an awl. So it's cobblers' awls, which means balls, which means rubbish. So cobblers is a load of rubbish. Yeah, stop talking such rubbish. No. Conkers is the fruit of the horse chestnut, is a game British people play. Bonkers, says Patricia. And chestnuts are something that you eat in winter. Whereas bonkers is something that is absolutely crazy. Yeah, this idea is bonkers. It's insane. Very informal, but very British. This is absolutely bonkers. He's bonkers about his new girlfriend. Okay, so bonkers. Chestnuts is an old chestnut. Hi Renyard, lovely to see you. Last Christmas, he says his firm had a waiting list of 20,000 people seeking a dehumidifier. The company just didn't have enough. It's a little bit blocked, but it's not too bad, Patricia. Have enough assets, stockpile, livestock. So we've got stock for Oksana, stock for Julia, stock for Chaya, stock for Bogdan as well. That looks pretty good to me. Assets, says Typhor. So let's look at these. Livestock talks about animals. Hi Mike, lovely to see you. Mike goes for stock as well. So livestock talks about cows or pigs or sheep or goats or things like that. Stockpile is a verb. To stockpile is to keep loads of something because you think it's not going to be available. Stock for Patricia and stock for Renyard as well. Assets talk about the assets are normally the positive things that a company has. Normally assets are the value, the positive value of the things that a company owns. Assets are a very accountancy word. Okay, so your assets, no, your stock, the stock in a shop. The stock is something that you sell. This year, he's planned to supply an additional 100,000 units, a total of 280,000. But he fears this still won't be enough. Still won't answer, adequate, suffice, meet, fulfill. Yes, very definitely. Double entendre meanings. The bishop asked the actress to show him her assets. An awl is a good tool. Yes, it is. It's a tool to make holes, Patricia. But cobbler's awls rhymes with balls. Balls meaning a load of rubbish. And that's why. It's a load of cobblers. Cobbler's awls, balls. Okay. Suffice for Oksana, suffice for Mike, suffice for Bogdan. Won't meet demand. Yes, Bogdan. Suffice for Renyard, suffice for Julia. Suffice for Ozgy. Good to see you, Ozgy. Chaya goes for fulfill. Won't fulfill the need. Fulfill is a transitive verb. To fulfill, you need to fulfill something. It's got to have an object. It's got to fulfill something. Won't meet the demand. Won't fulfill the demand. Won't answer the problem, but not really. Won't be adequate, but won't suffice. Suffice is the only one here that doesn't have to have a direct object. Suffice is the only one that is intransitive. Fulfill a dream, but you could fulfill you can fulfill a contract. You can fulfill an order. You can fulfill a responsibility. The problem with fulfill, though, is it needs a direct object to go with it. Hey, your grandfather was a shoemaker and you have a few awls in the house. Okay, and let's go for the next one. So, Yuri, does my level of English suffice? Yes, it does, Yuri, very definitely. Your level suffices. Mechanical dehumidifiers work in one of two ways. Either they use a refrigerant to cool down a surface inside the machine where wet, damp, moisture, dew condenses for collection, or they use a desiccant substance that draws moisture in. I missed this one up. He's bonkers about his sweetie pie. Yes. Moisture. I've left the second moisture in, haven't I? Okay, well done all of you. So moisture for Oksana, moisture for Mike, moisture for Bogdan, moisture for Ozgy and Julia, moisture for Renyard and for Chaya as well. I really ought to change this. Where wet is an adjective where wetness condenses. No. Damp is normally already liquid. Where moisture condenses, yes, and dew is what you see on the outside when it's in the morning. It's like this water over everything. Patricia goes for moisture as well. I'm going to have to put that there like that. That resolves the problem. Okay, and moisture for Patricia. Okay, that was good, moisture. So let's go for the next one. Good sized units are not cheap though. You could, and could cost you between 150 and 350 pounds. To suffice, absolutely, Patricia, because suffice does something suffices. Intransitive. Set you back for Mike. Set you back for Bogdan. Set you back for Ozg. Set you back for Renyard. Set you back for Julia. Okay, this is a phrasal verb. It's a fairly informal one as well, meaning to cost. Chaya says let you back. Unfortunately, it's definitely not let back. It doesn't exist as a phrasal verb. Set you back. Yes, Yuri. Good. Okay, to set me back 500 quid. Net no, let no, get no. It's to set you back. So this project is going to set the company back £1,000,000. It set me back 10 quid. Exactly, Yuri. Set you back. Okay, so it costs. It sets you back. A good computer is going to set you back for €500 perhaps. A cheap one will set you back maybe 200 or 300. Refrigerant-based devices are by a field far long off way the most popular, says Mr. Michael. A seccative. I would say a seccative. Good English is going to set you back 10 years. It works as well, Yuri. It does work. Well done. So, Oksana says by far. Bogdan says by far. Mike says by far. Julia says by far. Renyard says by far. Ozg says by far. Chaya by far. Yes, this is a very common phrase. By a long way. Yeah, by a long way. Are far afield, the most popular. But far afield, you'll have to go far afield to find this. You'll have to go to distant places. Okay, by far, absolutely, the most popular, says Mr. Michael. Okay, yes, you've got this word desiccant here, Patricia. By a large margin, yes, exactly, by a large margin. They generally cost less to run, however, because a desiccant-based humidifier lets, clears, discards, delivers, releases some heat during operation. It might help to warm up a particularly cold space, such as a conservatory. Okay, so releases for Mike, releases for Julia, releases for Ozg and Bogdan and Renyard and Chaya. Yes, to release, to let go. It lets out or lets off some heat, lets out. It clears, no. Discard has the idea of throw away. Convect, no. Let's see, Yuri, convection is the movement of heat in the air. Normally a convection current, the heat comes up and goes around and down. Convection is talking about using a stream of air for heating. Conveys. Okay, to set you back. The previous one set somebody back, Patricia. Okay, it delivers. No, it's releases. It releases. It lets go. It lets out. It sends everywhere. So it releases some heat, and therefore it's more expensive. Is it related to finance? I don't. Well, set you back is a very informal way of saying costs. Hi, Druv, great to have you. Provided, granted, given, minded. The high cost of electricity. Tumble dryers have become much more expensive to use. So Renyard says given. So does Bogdan and Mike. Given for Julia, given for Ozgy. So, taking into account the fact that minded tells you that something is in your mind. Minded to improve my students' vocabulary, I have designed this class. Granted, I agree with the fact, granted the cost of electricity is high, but, so given for Renyard and Bogdan and Mike and Julia and Ozgy and Typhor, provided. So provided, Chaya says, on the condition that, provided you study hard, you will improve. Provided on the condition that, and it certainly doesn't work here. Given for Yuri by a minuscule, tiny, small margin. All of those are good, Renyard. By far, exactly, Patricia. Minded with a view to doing. With a view to doing. Okay, so provided you study, you will improve. Granted, what you're saying is true, but it doesn't change the situation. Given the fact that it is winter, it's cold outside. Un cicatif. Okay, yes, I can understand it. In Spanish, we use for secare, so secar. Yes. It releases energy. Yes. Provided and given. Provided is saying on the condition that this is true, whereas given, it's already saying it's already true. So given that life is expensive, we need to earn a lot of money. Okay, this is saying that we already understand that this is a fact. Provided is saying if, when this condition it exists, and it's saying that it may not exist. So, hi Lionheart, lovely to see you. Given the fact that this is an amazing live, I hit a rating. Yes, provided provided this is an amazing live, hit a rating. This is provided is saying if, on the condition that only when it's an amazing live, hit the like button. Okay, so. Provided is if, whereas given is saying this is true. Great to have you, Dhruv. Great to see you. And great to have you, Lionheart, as well. Given. Good. Let's continue. Whoops, that's got quite a lot of... And given for Bourbon, given for Patricia as well. Drying a single load of laundry could cost more than £1.50, according to the makers of an energy tracking app, Hugo. In comparison, a dehumidifier can help to dry clothes hung up indoors, inwardly, internally, in just a few hours, while only costing pennies. So, indoors says Oksana, indoors says Bogdan, indoors says Renyard. Reading newspapers is very good. Reading novels is good. Watching series, watching my videos, coming to Livestream, doing anything in English is going to help you, Dhruv. Indoors for Burb, indoors for Ojji, indoors for Julia, indoors for Chaya, indoors for Lionheart. Okay, hung up indoors. So indoors is a place, inside, within the walls of the house, in a sealed place. Inward means is a direction. Inwardly is an adverb. Internally. Okay, these are all direction, but indoors is a place. Minded to become a teacher's pet, I try to study hard. A short, interesting book. Okay, one of my favourites. Down and Out in Paris and London. Teacher's pet sounds fantastic. So hung up indoors. Okay, let's go for the next one. Rachel Peterson, an electronics engineer who lives in Oxfordshire, uses her dehumidifier to dry out clothes hung up in an enclosure pen fold stye stool under her stairs. Oh, I like this one. To dry out clothes hung in an enclosure pen fold stye stool. So I bet there are lots of words you don't know here. Stall says Dhruv. Enclosure says Ozji. Fold says Burb. On propitiate. Teacher's pet. Teacher's pet brings me an apple every day. Yeah, to propitiate good marks. Fold for Julia. Pen for Renyard. Enclosure for Bogdan. I think that says spandrel for Oksana. Given that I will be tempted, good. Okay, a spandrel, I think, is the top of a type of arch. Indoors for the previous one. Okay, let's see. What about this one? Okay, the answer is enclosure. The enclosure, and that's very good for Ozji and for Bogdan. An enclosure, an enclosed space. A pen. A pen is a set of fences, particularly to keep in sheep. Yeah, very often you keep sheep in a pen. Yes, they kept the U-boats in pens. That's very good. A pen is an area with restricted access. A fold is the same as well. A fold is where you would put your sheep. A fold is a small fenced area. A sty is where a pig lives. A pig lives in a sty. And a stall is like a cubicle. You could put a horse in a stall, or maybe you go to a public toilet and there are various different stalls. Yeah, it's an enclosure. That's very good, the U-boat pens, Renyard. Exactly. Okay, a pen is a protective area. I'm impressed, Renyard. Good morning, Wolfman. So, the answer is enclosure, in an enclosure. Under her stairs. She does this overnight on a cheaper electricity duty tariff fee fare and says it costs less than 4p. The clothes are dried down there in a matter of hours, she tells BBC News. Everything dries properly. So, good morning, Wolfman. And good morning, White Stripes, as well. Harry Potter lived in a cupboard under the stairs. Yes. So was it like a? I think it was a pen for the child. Okay, on a cheaper duty tariff fee fare. So Oksana says tariff. Enclosure, yes, Patricia. Burb says fee. Bogdan says tariff. Renyard says tariff. Ozgy says tariff. Julia says tariff. Fee says Typhoon. Okay, the fare is the money that you pay to travel. Well, you're going to learn the word tariff, Burb. The fare is the money that you pay to travel from A to B. The bus fare, the airfare. The fee is the amount, the money that you pay. A duty is a tax. You pay duty free at the airport, tax free. Whereas tariff is the amount per unit, the amount you pay per unit. So the tariff of this lawyer is 50 euros per hour. The tariff of the taxi is £1 per kilometre. So a tariff is a rate. Yeah, an electricity tariff. Okay, the tariff, it's the amount you pay per unit. Yeah, the fee is a fixed amount that you pay. So the lawyer's fee is £25 for a meeting, but the tariff is the amount you pay per unit. So the tariff for water in your house is €1 per 1,000 litres. A playpen for a child. Good. That's a good word, Patricia. So a tariff. Yeah, amount you pay per unit, and that's your tariff. Tariff per word, absolutely. A translator has a tariff per word. That's very good, Oksana. Customs tariff. Customs duty. The tariff is the tax, in this case, Eins, is the amount that you pay per unit or per kilo. No, you can use tariff for many other things, Heinz. The tariff in a taxi, the tariff for electricity, the tariff for water, the tariff for gas. Yeah, €100 per cubic meter of gas. Yep. Okay, tariff. To me, it sounds like an Arabic word, to tell you the truth, tariff. I don't know the origin of it, though. Okay, so let's go for another one. The tariff for petrol, absolutely. The tariff on a toll road, where you've got to pay to use a road. White Stripe says it sounds Persian. The rates, exactly. Rates, Wolfman. From French. Okay, it's always important to assure, ensure, ascertain, determine that you follow manufacturers' guidelines and keep an eye on any electrical appliances that are switched on for long periods of time. So, insure for Oksana, insure for White Stripes, insure for Druv, insure for Typhor, to insure for Bogdan, to insure for Ozji, insure that for Burb, insure for Chaya, insure for Julia. So, to insure, to make certain, to assure is to guarantee somebody, I assure you this is true. To ascertain is to find out, and to determine to find out, but to ensure, to make certain, ensure for Julia and Patricia and Renyard as well. So ensure. Okay, one more, and it's going to be the last one for today. Professor Kath Noakes from the University of Leeds, one second, is an expert in air quality. She says it remains important to ventilate and heat your home alongside, beside, plus using a dehumidifier. Duty on goods, tuition fees, electricity tariff. So, Druv, the live schedule is Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Thursdays at 3:30 p.m. Friday 1 p.m. Saturday 1 p.m. all UK time. So, alongside using a dehumidifier, says Bogdan and Renyard and Ozji and Julia, alongside, says White Stripes, beside, says Chaya, aside, says Burb, aside from, put to one side, hi Nad, alongside, for Yuri, alongside for Typhor. It's okay, Nad. Unfortunately, we're about to finish. Alongside, alongside. I like it. Alongside for Sveta. Alongside for for White Stripes, alongside for Patricia as well. Alongside, okay, yes, very definitely. Alongside using. Whoops! Whoops, and another one. A dehumidifier. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, enough for today. It's been great. Next stream is on Thursday, which is the 26th of September at 3:30 p.m. UK time. It's been a pleasure. Thank you all for coming. It's been great having you all. So let's see. Thank you to Bourbon, Bogdan and Chaya and Dhruv. Thank you to Aints, and thank you to Julia, and thank you to Mike and Matt and Oksana and Patricia. Thank you to Renyard and Sveta and Wolfman and Typhor. Thank you to Yuri and Ozgy and White Stripes. It's been great having you all. So thank you all for coming. It's been great to see you all, and I hope to see you all on Thursday, sorry. So take care, and I'll see you all soon. So